Hello, this is Adore from Bricks Maven. Today I'm happy to announce the release of the Alpha Figma UI Kit, especially for the subscription holders because the LTD holders have had access to this file for a while and now it has been released for the subscription holders. I want to take you guys quickly through this file and then we'll build a landing page together. We're actually going to build the Alpha Figma UI Kit landing page just real quick. And we're just going to go through quick through it. I'll just show you guys what the possibilities are and what this can do for your web design process. Let's jump right in. So first of all, I want you guys to know you have the local variables panel here. You have the ACSS and core tokens all set here for you. So we have section variables, we have space variables, we have section padding variables, we have content, we have container gap, the grid gap, we have radius, we have colors, we have a primary, secondary, tertiary, we have the base colors, the neutral, accent colors, black and white. We have our heading. We also have colors for the heading, also for the color scheme light, body color, body text color, sorry, accent heading, link text. We have it all here. I also have some special variables I made, which I will go into much depth in the documentation. But now, since we're doing a quick run through, I just want to show you guys all the available variables that you have to your disposal. Whatever changes you make here will affect the document. We have I call it foundations because this is like the visual style guide. If you make a change to the text size, it will change. I mean, the font size to change here. If you make a change, okay, the buttons are the buttons. We have different kind of buttons. This button section will look different in the future. We have our colors, which all the colors are represented here. Any change made to your variables, where is it? Color here, all the colors are here. It will affect, just show you guys real quick. So we have our primary color here. So if I change this to green, look, it's in real time, right? Changes are made. So that's basically how that works. Just show you real quick. Radius is the same. If we change our radius settings, if you want your XS radius variable to be a little bit sharper, you can do that. Here we have spacing. You can see, we just give a quick visual representation of how the spacing will look like. So you can gauge to see, okay, is this enough spacing? And you can make those changes on the fly through the local variables panel. Okay, so now you can find all the blocks on the general blocks categories. Here they are. So from your blog archives, your blog section, to your single post, call to actions, coming soon, everything can be found here. Content sections, everything that you can find online, all the blocks that you're used to, you can all find them here. And some more, which some have not even built. For example, if you go to the pricing section, there are a lot of blocks that are like, I've not turned them on, but they are definitely there, right? So all these blocks have not been built yet or added to the library. They still need to be tweaked and yeah, fixed, and then we will build them and add them to the library. And as for WooCommerce, you can also find the WooCommerce blocks, and they're all empty. I just added them so that you guys know, like, okay, all these categories will be filled in the near future. The blocks will start appearing in the library, and they will also appear in the Figma file. So what else have we created? We created basic frame. So this is your canvas frame that we created. It has a header container and a main container. The whole idea here is every section you add here, it will expand it by itself. You don't need to pull things manually to just expand by itself. I'm going to show you a example shortly, so just stay tuned for that. We have the mobile canvas frame if you want to build out a mobile a mobile version of your website, we have a desktop section frame if you want to build your own blocks, and also for mobile we have a desktop mobile section frame, which is they're all tagged with variables, as you can see, spacing variables, so they all just pre-built for you so that you don't need to set up the foundation yourself. I created section, or in this case, how should I call this? We have our page or our canvas size variable, which I call desktop width, and we have our content width, which is actually, if you work with bricks, is called your container width, right? You can change here and to affect all the blocks in the library. Also for your desktop width, you can make it smaller, larger if you want. We also have our mobile width and content which with mobile, these two will be deprecated, as we have now started using the mobile mode in Figma, which will automatically change these widths to a mobile size. So you can ignore those. I mean, you can ignore the mobile width and the content width. We have UI elements, which are just intro sections, as you can see. Okay, I'm wait, there is some delay for some reason. I'm actually zooming in, but it's not going. What an awesome time for that to happen. Oh, there we go. So I have UI elements. What does this mean? Intersections. So this is an intersection that you use throughout the library. We have our centered intersection. We have our what else? We have our left aligned intersection, and we have our split intersection. And these are all, we have the mobile version, desktop version, light version, dark version. And I also have the H2 variant of them. So I have the H1 variant, H2 variant for if you are working within sections. So if it's not like the first, like the hero section, but your like a content section, you can have also an intersection, which has a, for example, this is the H1 that will be in the hero section, and this is a H2 that will be in the context section. So you have this to your disposal. We have our list, a component. We have button components, all created for you, dark and light versions in different versions stacked. Some with a link, some with the outline button. So these you can all use to quickly build up your section of your own, right? Okay, so now I just want to quickly jump to a wireframe here. Let's wireframe the Alpha Figma UI Kit landing page. So I'm going to do this pretty quick, and obviously it's already built now, and I just want to show you guys how a similar process will look. Obviously, first you would start with dialing in your settings, your colors, the radius, the spacing, but I'm going to just skip all that because everything can just be done through the local variables UI. So you can go to spacing, change all your spacings, section spacings, paddings, content, gaps, container gaps, grid gaps. If you like your radius, your colors, you can just add them all here. Okay. I'm just going to jump right straight to the blocks. So first of all, we need to detach this instance. Why? Or else if I don't detach it, I cannot add any blocks to it. So I need to detach it first from the main component. So it's no longer connected to the main component, because before, if I leave it connected to the main component, I can switch out a desktop canvas frame for a desktop section or a mobile canvas frame, which is not needed now. So I am happy with this choice. I'm going to detach it from the instance so I can make changes. So now you see it's no longer purple. If you see a element like this that is purple, it's a component in Figma. So just keep an eye out for that. And obviously also to have this icon. So this is the icon to create the component. Okay, let's move on. Headers. I'm going to just take the first header I see and then go back to the wireframe, Control V, or in Mac, Command Control V. Just paste in your header like that. Let's move on to the main container. I need a hero section. I have already written out the copy, obviously, before I started the wireframe process to make it easier for me to just choose out the blocks I need to build out the kind of wireframe that I want, the kind of layout that I want, right? So I need this one. I'm going to go back, just paste it. Beautiful thing about this, you don't need to go back and forth. If you actually know, if you know the kind of hero section you need, you can switch them out from here, right? On the hero section, it says, as you can see here, you can just switch out the numbers. So if you already know the numbers, or if you're smart, you can go to the hero section category, write down a few numbers that you like, and you can always swap them out from here. So you don't need to go back and forth. Okay, but now we set it on 25, so I'm going to stick to 25. Let us move on to the content section. So I've already decided on which content I need. That was this one. So that we move a little bit quick through this. And then we go back. I need another content section. That was this one. And slowly our website is just coming together. We need one more content section. That was this one. Wireframe. Bam. And then we need a grids and card section, which was this one. Put it in. There we go. We move on to we need a call to action. Where is it? Call to action C. Yeah, oh, this one. Here we go. Just pop that in. And last but not least, we need a accordion section, which we can find this one. Yeah. And just put that in. Okay, so now as you can see, we have all our sections. I'm going to call this desktop. And now what I'm going to do is duplicate this because we need the mobile version, right? So I'm just going to go to the blocks here. If you go to the side, you see header. You click on it and you just add one mobile. So this is the mobile. Oh, wrong section, guys. Sorry, my bad. Mobile. So I'm just going to select them and just select the mobile version. Mobile. So imagine you just building out a quick wireframe. Oh, that's the wrong one. Was it 19? Oh, no, I'm getting lost. Was it 17? Oh, wait. This is 24. Wow. Wait. Click the wrong one. Oh, there we go. 28. So imagine if you're building this out for a client to just show how the website could potentially look. You could build it out in pretty much record time, right? And just show them like, hey, this is how the website could look like potentially. And the client says, and if you obviously add in copyright and you just take them through the flow of how the website will how to potentially look like, you can basically get it validated, right? So that's one of the perks of doing this way. If the client wants to see things differently, it's easy for you to swap out blocks, make some changes here and there, and then present it again. So now, oh wait, this should be mobile. So we're going to make sure that this is being swapped to mobile. So this is the mobile mode I was speaking about. So mobile. So now the container width that was 1600 before is now gets the mobile width, which is 480, as you can see. Because if I switch this back to desktop mode, you see it's 1600, and then it falls back to 480. So now we have our mobile mode. Really easy, right? So once you've got this step and you present that to the client, the client likes it, then you would like to move on to the next step. So what I'm going to show you guys is actually what I did. So we'll move on to the next step. So here you see it. As you can see, I added the copy. Let's zoom in a little bit. I added the copy to the text, to the layout, and I made some changes here and there, swapped some things out. I left out the mobile page because I'm basically going to just build it. I didn't need to really showcase have an example of the mobile page. I already knew what I was going to do, and made some changes here and there. And I basically in the same file created all the graphics. So let me just give you guys an idea. So this is a graphic of the head of the hero section. This is a graphic of the disconnected design. So I wanted to just showcase like, hey, if you're moving on to from Figma to bricks, you have the bricks blocks, but you don't really have the blocks in Figma, right? So we're basically bridging this gap, right? So you have the blocks in Figma, and then you can just transition to bricks. We have our solution. So this, all the images, I just created them here in Figma. As you can see, the benefits and all the features, the ACSS core tokens, the 500 blocks, the global typography and spacing, components, visual style guide. I created them here, exported them, because you can export all the images out to then upload them into bricks, obviously. And then once this process is done, obviously what I could have done is also add the images to fully see the design, but I was like, hey, let me just jump over to bricks. So we go to bricks. Here I can basically start building out the site, right? So let us go to templates, and let's start with the hero section, right? So hero section, I'm gonna build exactly what we had before. So okay, this has to go a little bit faster, so I'm just gonna, this is the hero 25, because we don't have time to, so let me just do 25. So just insert it. So that's one. Then move on to the next. This is content 9. So put in, go to template. I think it's better if I just search content 9. There we go. And then we have content 11. Content 11. Just bring that in. And then this is content 24. Content 24. Did I miss something? Wait. It's not showing me content 24. Let me see, 24, 24, 25. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's weird. Maybe I mistyped something. Okay, and then this is grid 28. As you see how it's just easy to just add the blocks. Obviously, you guys know how this process is, and especially if you've built it in Figma, you're just adding the same blocks in bricks. It's just so easy to do. Let's go back to templates and 13. This is, let's go to CTA 13 30D. Here it is. Okay, and last but not least, we have accordion 5. Okay, and we're basically done. We've put in our structure. What I would need to do now is basically, I always like to rename the names, so I'll rename it according to how I've set up my copy. So I'm using the story brand framework of Dan Miller, and I just put in the names of the sections. And obviously there were some tweaks made, because if you look at the original design here, I made some tweaks, especially to this section. I flipped these two sections because if we go back to bricks, let me see, that is the grid 28. If I was to duplicate these cards, duplicate, and then duplicate, you will notice that it's showing the smaller card on the right, on the left, sorry, and the larger card on the right. So basically what I did is I added a CSS, some extra CSS code where I just flipped these, and that's it. And I added an extra, so extra grid here, extra 3-column grid here with some extra features, and I made this smaller, this part. And after that, I basically added the images, made some tweaks here and there, also on the responsive side. It went actually pretty quick, and this is the end result that you guys are seeing. I also created this user list thing that you can see here, and this is basically the end result, guys. And I must say, this all took me about an hour and 30 minutes to do. I'll say no, this took the most part, this part, because I had to, I was figuring out how I'm going to place the images, and images were set to object fit cover. I was making some changes here and there, but yeah, the development went pretty quick, just also because I did a lot of thought beforehand. Obviously the copy was, I already written the copy, I already knew how I was going to structure the narrative of the landing page, and then I could just switch out the blocks. This part, I actually, first time I did this, I did this in 30 minutes. Obviously adding the blocks, that was like a 5-minute work, but then tweaking this part, adding some stuff, fixing some stuff, that took some extra time. So this took 30 minutes, and this took about an hour, more than an hour to do, and I was basically done. So I hope you guys like this process. I plan to make a full like a website build, right, where I just go from Figma using the Alpha Figma UI Kit and then transition it to bricks, and then show you guys how the process is. So I'll go more in depth. You can really see me making changes and going through it. I truly hope that you liked this introduction. I'll go more in depth in the documentation, where I really explain things and help you guys use the files to the Figma kit to your advantage. Thank you for watching, and yes, I hope you guys really like this, and yeah, thank you for all the support you guys gave us. Have a nice day, and speak to you guys soon. Bye bye.